We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Hey, Popeye, straight from Atlanta. I watch you every single day.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. So, unfortunately, Dr. Hugh Elliott, he'll not be here tomorrow because an emergency came up. He has asked me to apologize on his behalf. He's hoping to be here next week, Tuesday, February 20 at 6 p.m. Once again, Dr. Elliott, he will not be here tomorrow evening. Look out for him next week, Tuesday, February 20. And for persons who had sent in Valentine's Day greetings before last week, Thursday, I've lost all those data. So please, may I beg you now, send me the voice notes again. Try and send them by tomorrow. That's persons who had sent in Valentine's Day voice notes before last week, Thursday. Please resend the message to 876-791-3438. That's 876-791-3438. And do remember to join me Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock for our Valentine's Day show. Don't miss it. In the news today, the PMore police, they have arrested and charged a guy. His name is Chevroy Osborne. He is 26 years old and he's living at Fort Totten Drive in the Garvey area of PMore. Chevroy, he was employed as a cashier at the Ruby's gas station at Passage Fort Drive in Independence City in PMore. It is alleged that while Chevroy was working at the gas station as a cashier, between late January and early February, he gained access to a code and he used that code to access the phone card machine. He reportedly sold a quantity of phone cards and converted the cash to his own use and benefit. An audit was done and investigation revealed that over 250,000 Jamaican dollars worth of phone cards were unaccounted for. This led to the arrest of Chevroy, so he'll be going to the courts shortly. And talking about gas stations, on Saturday night, February 10, about some minutes after 10 o'clock, the operators of the Thrifty gas station at Ferris in the parish of Westmoreland, they securely locked it up and went away. When they returned to reopen it early yesterday morning, Sunday, February 11, about 6 o'clock, they realized that it was broken into. Hoodlums, they gained entry to the building by removing a piece of board to the right front section. They entered and they stole a quantity of drinks and other items valued at over 50,000 Jamaican dollars. They then made good their escape. Just like that. Now, this next incident, it took place early Friday morning, February 9, about 5:30. It took place at Tri Street in the Jacksontown area of Trelawney. Our information is that a team of police officers, acting on intelligence, they conducted a raid at a house in the area. During a search of the bedroom, bingo, one black and silver Smith & Wesson Parabellum 9mm pistol, affixed with a magazine containing 2 live rounds, were found under a pillow on a bed. The guy who is living at the house and who was there when this search was being conducted, he was taken into police custody. We are told that this guy, he has since given the police a statement telling them how he came in possession of this illegal gun. His name is Romaine Brown. He is 32 years old. He was charged for possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. So, Shane, He'll be going to the courts shortly. Intelligencers, big up on yourself. And Trelawney Police, job well done. In this next story, now, this one is sketchy, but we are learning that on Friday morning, February 9, a large quantity of firearms and ammunition were found in items shipped at the Port Handlers Wharf at Freeport in Montego Bay. It is not yet clear if anyone was arrested in connection with this find. We are told that CTAC investigators, they are carrying out investigations. We are doing some digging and we are going to be updating this story in a subsequent video. Stand by for that. In this next story, we are learning that a 42-year-old construction worker, his name is Huwayne. He was stabbed and seriously injured by a guy named Boyd McFarlane, but he's popularly known as Marcus. It took place at Whitehall in Negril in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place last week, February 6, about 11 o'clock. We are told that Huwayne's stepson, he told his stepfather that while he was on the way from school earlier, Marcus used a ratchet knife and hit him with it. What did stepfather Huwayne do? Him decide, say, him a go defend that. At almost 11 p.m. I did not say 11 a.m. I said at almost 11 p.m. Close to midnight. Huwayne, him left out of his house and he went to a shop where he knew that Marcus usually hung out. We are told that Huwayne, he confronted Marcus about what he did earlier. It is said that Marcus, he used the said ratchet knife that he had used to hit Huwayne's stepson, and he inflicted a serious wound to the left side of Huwayne's chest. Huwayne, he ran off towards his home where he collapsed and fell. The police, they were called and they transported Huwayne to the Savannah Hospital where he was admitted in a serious condition. So, Marcus, he's now wanted by the police. But you know what? Just like that, Huwayne almost gave away his life. There was no urgency. All Huwayne had to do was wait till daylight and take his stepson to the police and make a report. Boy, I tell you. Now, in this next story, I carried a story on Wednesday, January 24. It was about an incident that took place the previous morning. Tuesday, January 23, about 10 o'clock. There is a long-standing land dispute going on. As a result, a guy was beaten and hospitalized. Family members of the guy who was hospitalized and others, they decided on taking revenge. So they went to cottage in the Little London area where it is alleged that they attacked a 60-year-old man, popularly known as Peanut, and his wife. Peanut and his wife, they escaped, and it is alleged that the female in the group, no, we haven't yet confirmed this, but it is being said that the female, popularly known as Sister, she is the mother of the guy who was admitted in hospital. It is alleged that Sister, she set the house on fire. The house and its contents, valued at over 12 million Jamaican dollars, went up in smoke. The police, they commenced investigations and Sister, she was taken into police custody. She has since been charged for the offense of arson. Her correct name is Venola Foster. She was born on October 6, 1964, almost 60 years old, and she's a shopkeeper living at Alma District in the Grangeville area of Westmoreland. So, Venola Foster, also known as Sister, she'll be going to the courts shortly, and still in the Little London area of Westmoreland. On Thursday morning, January 9, about 9 o'clock, that guy on your screen, his name is Enrico chambers, but he was popularly known as Rico. He was 19 years old at the time, and he lived at Broughton District in the Little London area of Westmoreland. It is said that Rico, he was involved in a dispute with those two guys on your screen at a place named Johnson Bush in the Top Road area of Little London. Rico, he was allegedly chopped to death by both guys. The one to your left, his name is Wade Dennis, but he's popularly known as Shabdon. He is 18 years old. Shabdon, he was held by the police and he was charged for the offense of murder. The one on your right, his name is Giovanni Bacchus, but he's popularly known as Ghost. Ghost is 30 years old, and it is said that after the incident, Ghost, he fled to Kingston where he was hiding out. But on Monday, January 28th, in the company of a lawyer, Ghost, he handed over himself to the Halfway Tree police. He was subsequently sent back to Westmoreland, and over the weekend, he was also charged for the murder of Rico. So, Ghost, he will also be going to the courts shortly. The mayhem. Now, in this next story, on the early morning of Saturday, January 27, about 2 o'clock, that young man on your screen, his name is Kajay Sims, but he was popularly known as Pang. Pang, he was 30 years old at the time, and he is from Gale in the parish of St. Mary. Pang and some relatives, they were to attend a wedding that same Saturday, so they were staying at the Rio Hotel in St. Anne. Late in the Friday night, Pang and some friends, they decided to touch the road. They went to the Mother's fast food restaurant in Ocherayas to get some food. While they were there waiting in the line, a group of persons, to include male and female, they entered the restaurant and they decided to cut the line. This led to an argument with the guys and Pang, and it is alleged that 2 or 3 of them, they started beating Pang. It is said that Pang, he pulled a knife and he used it to cut 1 or 2 of the guys in their face. One of the guys in the group, who video footage evidence has now identified as a guy called Bad One. He is from Stonehenge in the parish of St. James. It is said that Bad One, he went outside for a gun, went back into the Mother's restaurant where he shot and killed Kajay Sims, also known as Pang. As it turned out, there were police officers and civilians in that group. Now, the first question that jump out is, did Bad One use an illegal gun to kill Pang, or did he borrow one of the police officers' gun? So, after Pang was shot, the persons in the group, to include the police officers, they left Ocherayas in the 3 or 4 motor cars they were traveling in, and they went to Montego Bay. Luckily, someone took off the license plate of 1 or 2 of the cars, and that's how investigators were able to track down the persons involved. Investigators, they took a total of 8 persons, to include 3 police officers, into custody, and what we are told is that when police officers questioned the 3 police officers, they are saying that they don't know who it was that shot Pang, even though they were traveling with Bad One, the shooter, all night, and they drove back to Montego Bay. So, investigators, they have now charged all 8 persons who were taken into police custody. The 3 young police, they are Constables Huwayne Ramsey, Marcel Carr, and Jamal Scott. They have been charged for misprision of felon. Now, that means they knew that a crime was committed and they failed to report it. They have also been charged with misconduct in a public office, and this is because they refused to say who the shooter was. the 5 civilians that were taken into custody. They are Fitzgerald Stuart, Troy Allen, Moya Carr, Onique Hall, and Dejon Hall. They have also been charged with misprision of felon. We are also told that other charges will be laid against the 3 police officers. All 8 persons. They'll be going to the courts shortly. Now, bad one, the shooter, he's wanted by the police. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And remember, if you had sent in your Valentine's Day voice note before last week Thursday, please send it again. Try and send it by tomorrow, because Wednesday evening 5 p.m. we are going to be having fun. Join us. Now, in the final story for today, this one took place yesterday afternoon, Sunday, February 11, about some minutes to 5 o'clock. It took place at a place called Compound along Stephen Avenue in the Gregory Park area of PMore. Our information is that residents of the area, they heard gunshots being fired. When the smoke was clear, they went and made checks. A guy named Sheldon Kevin Chambers, but he was popularly known as Crocs. Next month on March 1, Crocs, he would be celebrating his 33rd birthday, and he lived where he was found. We are told that Crocs, he was found lying on the ground with gunshot wounds to his upper body. His 42-year-old common-law wife, popularly known as Sophia, she was also seen lying motionless beside Crocs. The police, they were called and they rushed with Crocs and Sophia to a nearby hospital where Crocs, he was officially pronounced DEAD. His common-law wife, Sophia, she later regained consciousness. Apparently, she had fainted when she saw Crocs' body on the ground. When this crime scene was processed, 9 spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals